behind me is the gully, and as you can see the gully erosion is happening. There's mainly three processes that are causing this. Rainfall, tectonic activity and the materials, so there's a lot of loess and a lot of alluvial gravel in there. That's basically it.
Alright, so we're at Malin Beach. Main problem here is erosion. It's caused primarily by inundation of the coast from storm surges or tsunamis. Also another problem is the longshore drift of the coast. It doesn't run along the coastline, so we have the problem of the sediment being taken away and not getting deposited back. And sediment comes from both the river mouth further up that way and the cape, which when it collapses can put sediment into the system.
I'm from the gully mass movement complex. The sediment moved down to this 1 kilometer long path, which ends up in the Te Weraroa stream. And this process connecting sediment to the river is called coupling, flow channel coupling, and it's highly active in this area.
So we're at the confluence of the Te Weraroa and the Waipoua rivers. As you can see, we're in an grading river system right now. You can tell by the fact that the sediment is going up the trees and covering some of the bushes and the just huge amount of gravel that we're standing on. Also, we can tell that the Waipoua river has less sediment in it. Well, it doesn't have Tarndale for a start, but also it's a lot lower than the riverbed we're currently standing on.
The Mangapora River and the Waipoua River, and the Mangapora River alluvial fan is pushing the Waipoua River to the right, and so they've put rock groins and doluses in to help stabilise the slopes, and they just catch the sediment in to stop the erosion. And they've also put poplars and willows to stabilise banks.
Hi, we're at the Te Weraroa River. This is a river that's fed from a gully that is in front of me there, which is out of view, and it's fed by debris flows with very poorly sorted angular clasts, and it's come down here into this alluvial fan where some of them are slightly sorted through the channel washing, and the rest of them are just left here, leaving a grading riverbed and very shallow riverbanks.
Thornton Beach, where Rangitaiki River meets the sea, and this area have had a lot of downfall and a lot of sediments loaded from the Taupo eruptions, a lot of pumice, a lot of volcanic sediments, and the river responded by quickly aggrading, then widening in a lot of braided channels, and finally getting this deep wild channel you can see behind me.
Okay, so we're standing on the alluvial fan of which the town of Medita was built on. One of the hazards of building on an alluvial fan like this is the debris flow, which Medita experienced in 2005. Now what happened was the debris flow came down in a large rainfall event experienced here from the ranges behind me. As it travelled down, it carried car-sized boulders with it, and it caused a lot of damage to the buildings and land around this area. So a way of managing these big debris flows in this area, as you can see in the background, is with gabion baskets and rock walling in the channels to try confine it to the channels. However, what is built here is to prevent 20-year debris flows, where the one experienced in 2005 was 500-year debris flow. So it probably won't hold an event as big as that, but it's a work in progress.
We're standing at the Hooker Falls on the Waikato River, where valley incision has occurred into the extremely soft rock made of volcanic deposits. It's happened at an extremely rapid rate. The original events took 40,000 cubics of water through this area, That's compared to the current volume that we experience today, which is 120 cubics of water. And also the falls have formed a nick point, and that's by prograding back into the rock and travelling further up the valley and back towards the head of the valley.
We're in the Taupo district where there is a lot of subsidence causing sinking, and you can see that in the disc over there in the field. This depression in the land is due to subsidence and the reduction in pore pressure, where heated water can rise into aquifers or the land surface. There are human factors that can also cause this, such as geothermal power plants, and subsidence has implications such as damage to infrastructure and property. This can be prevented by planning and management.
Like a puppet on a string, you hold on tight, you hold on tight. Like a puppet on a string, like a puppet on a string.